Hi, thanks for joining me today. Today I have for you a video all about how and why we use Masterbooks, so stay tuned. If you're new here, I'll introduce myself. My name is Tiffany and I'm a homeschooling mom of 3 kids. The oldest is in 8th grade and I have a 4th grader and a preschooler. I don't know why I was about to say kindergarten. Anyway, today's video is a collaboration with that's hosted by Jennifer over at Family of 3 Homeschool. I'm so glad you could join me today. And today we're going to talk all about Masterbooks, why we choose Masterbooks, how we use it, and all the good stuff about it. There's also a giveaway. If you check the description box down below, you can enter to win a gift card from christianbook.com. That is awesome. So definitely check out the description box to enter that giveaway. And definitely check out all the other videos from all the other homeschoolers doing in the collaboration. So let's get to it. Okay, so let's talk Masterbooks. We started using Masterbooks. Let's see, my oldest is 8th grade, 7th, 6. She started using it in 5th grade. We started with their math lessons for living education. This is level 4 that my 4th grader is currently using. We started with level 5. And it was a total game changer for us. My oldest, she's not bad at math. She just doesn't like it. It's just not her thing. She'd rather read. So when I found a math curriculum where at the beginning of the week she would read a story, she was all like, yes, let's do it. We had tried several other maths in the past. We had kind of switched back and forth between Math Mammoth and Abeka, which both in their own way are great. I actually really love Math Mammoth. Abeka is a great solid curriculum, but it's a lot. And Math Mammoth is great is where it gives you a lot, but you don't necessarily have to do it. But I felt like I was taking a lot of time to be like, okay, well, you only have to do 10 of these problems or whatever. It's still taking a lot of work out of me. Whereas Masterbooks, it's already just such, it's not overwhelming in that it's not giving you 5 pages of work to do of just the same problems over and over and over and over again. It's a couple of problems because once you get it, and you don't need to do it over and over and over again. Now there is review built in where you're learning a new concept, but then it also throws back in what you've done before so you can review it. So that worked really, really well for us. My daughter loved it. So we continued with that and she did level 6. And then we moved into, for middle grades. So in 7th grade, she started Principles of Mathematics. This is book 2, because she's in 8th grade this year. And next year she'll be moving into their algebra, which I'm really excited about. It looks like a great program and I can't wait to use it. And she still doesn't like math, but I've heard so many times her be like, oh, I get it now. Like that makes sense. It really shows you the how and why behind math. Why does it work this way? Like, and why do we do it this way? Or how does that really work? And it just makes sense to her. And the real life applications are amazing. I just think it's a great program and totally in love with their math. So in last school year, I started my then 3rd grader on math lessons for living education. So this is her 2nd year doing that. And she's a math kid. She was perfectly happy she was doing Math Mammoth and she was perfectly happy with that. And it worked well for her. She was fine to sit and do a whole worksheet of math problems, and I would have to be like, no, that's enough. You don't have to do anymore. You've learned that. It's okay. But I think she liked all the animals on the covers of the books, and so that's why she wanted to try it. And even though we already had Math Mammoth, so I didn't necessarily want to start paying for another math curriculum when I already had one because I had like a digital version. But I was like, you know what? If it makes my life easier in that I can just give it to you and say, do this page, because it's laid out day by day. This is what you do. And especially having a little guy who was all over the place last year. Yeah, it worked. So yeah, so we're very, very happy with our math. The only other thing we're currently using from Masterbooks is history. So my oldest has been doing world story, and my middle child, the fourth grader, has been doing America's story. We don't go through like whole. We just can't get through a whole one in a year. It's a lot because I read both. My oldest is an auditory learner, so I do read history with her, and we do it as like a discussion. I don't. We have the workbooks, but I go through it with her and we discuss it and we talk about it. So I have to be able to read it too, and I don't have time to sit and read it on my own. So I do it as a read aloud for her as well, and then having to read history to my fourth grader, as well as read other stuff to her. She's still not a strong reader. It's a lot, and to get through it in a whole year, in one school year. So we're just making our way through it slowly. We're actually almost done with these two, and we're going to move on to the next one soon. But it's funny because they actually will sit and listen to each other's, while I'm reading to each other. And even my fourth grader just said to me, she's like, I've learned a lot from, Teal's history book. And she started telling me all these random things that she's heard me read to her 8th grade sister. And so I'm like, okay. So I wish they were a little bit closer in age where I could combine them a little bit better. Would be great. So just one thing I do want to say is that the author, Angela Odell, she has created a way to use the 3 My Story books with an older child. So for 9th grade, my oldest will be doing America's Story 1, 2, and 3 for an American history curriculum. So she's going to be reading these, and then I'm going to just come up with some extra like projects and stuff. I'm trying to think of like one big project, so one kind of big overall project that she can just kind of work on throughout the year, maybe like a big timeline or something like that. Because she's heard a lot of this. Same thing, like she's been listening to this, and we've done little bits of American history before. So that's kind of like a little overview. I'll tell you why we keep using it, what keeps bringing me back to it each school year, because we will continue to use it. I love that everything's laid out for you. There's I don't have any, I could show you in the math book. It is like there's a schedule. And honestly, like you don't even necessarily need the schedule. Some of them my oldest does because she has like days where there's quizzes and things like that. So she can't just open the book and go to the next page. But like it tells you exactly what day you're on, what lesson number of the week you're on. It's just all laid out for you. And having 3 kids, especially now, I have a 4-year-old who's wanting to do schoolwork some days and some days not. Some days he's just being a lunatic. It's nice that it's just laid out for me. I don't have to plan anymore. The only subject I plan is science. And honestly, the only reason, which actually my oldest, and I forgot to grab it, she's actually doing this intro to astronomy this year. But we also do science as a family, and we do like unit study type stuff. So I do plan that a little bit. But that's it. So it's really nice to be able to just be like, here's your math, do it. As far as it being a Christian curriculum, that's a added bonus. It wasn't something I was looking for in a curriculum. I wasn't going out and be like, I have to have a Christian curriculum. It's kind of just an added bonus for us. I like that little bit of aspect of getting some Bible verses in there, and just a lot of the kind of biblical teachings as far as character and things like that. And I like that little bit in there. It's enough for us. And then if I see something comes up, I'll expand on it, you know. If I find that, oh, that's a good lesson, let's expand on that a little bit. And sometimes I do. We love the little bit of kind of Charlotte Mason influence. We're big readers. We all love to read. And that was a big draw of it for us too, especially when we started with the math. Like I told my daughter, I'm like, you get to read a story at the beginning of the week. She's like, yeah, let's do it. We love it. We really, really enjoy it. I'm going to try to throw in some clips and videos at the end of us using Masterbooks. I plan to like record, like specifically record stuff, but it just hasn't happened. Life has been crazy. So thank goodness for Masterbooks that it's been easy, open and go. So yeah, definitely check out all the other videos and the collaboration. I'll put links to everything down below. And I'll also add in I can add in some links to all my other Masterbooks videos of reviews and things like that, and hauls and all that stuff. So definitely check out the description box for that giveaway and all the links. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Now Bye. We went on our square hunt. You're going to mark all the squares on this page. So and you can.
After we do school, we're going to do that.
We're going to do that puzzle after we do this yet. Can you mark all the squares? You can put an X on them. You could circle them. You could just draw a line through them. Whatever you want to do.
I'm going to do X.
Just find all the squares.
I'm going to do X.
Okay.
Zoom. 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 This. Zoom. 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 Zoom.
Good job. Can you count them? Tell me how many you found.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Good job.